Good morning, students. Today we'll start a new chapter, that is simple interest and compound interest. In today's lesson we'll discuss about simple interest. So first we'll review some old concepts, then we'll do some question of your exercise. So here's the concept: principal, interest and amount. For example, you have borrowed 500 rupees from your friend. So that amount is called principal, and you have to pay some extra money for that. Let's say 50 rupees. 50 rupees is the extra money, that is called interest. And amount is what? After some time you have to pay back the money you have borrowed, that is principal 500, and you also give the interest money, that is 50. So amount is 550. So amount equal to principal plus interest. Principal interest equal to amount. Next, rate of interest. The interest on 100 for a unit time is called rate of interest. For example, 5% per annum. Let's say 100. If 100 is the principal value, 100 is the principal value, and 5 is your interest. If 100 is principal value, then 5 is your interest for 1 year. So 5% per annum means for 100 rupees of principal value you have to pay 5 rupees as interest for 1 year, or you can say per annum. That is rate of interest. Next, simple interest. If the interest is renewed uniformly on the original principal throughout the loan period or throughout the entire time, then the interest is called simple interest. So simple interest means simple interest means, let's say 1000 money you have borrowed, that is principal, and let's say at 10 rupees 10% per annum, that is the interest rate for 5 years. This is the time. So here interest will be calculated on the original principal value, that is 1000, throughout the entire time, it is 5 years. Okay, so the interest is simple interest is when if the interest is renewed uniformly on the original principal throughout the entire time. So this is the formula of simple interest, SI. We denoted simple interest as SI. So SI equal to P into R into T by 100. P is principal value, and R is your rate of interest, and T is time. And remember, students, you have to convert time into years. So here is the first question number 1, bit 4. Find the simple interest and amount on 58,400, 475,000 at 6 or 1 by 2% per annum. So first you have to write the given data, that is P equal to 58,400 rupees, and R equal to 6 or 1 by 2%, that is 6 into 2, 12, 12 plus 1, that is 13 by 2%, and T equal to 75 days. As I told you, you have to convert time into years. So that's why 75 equal to 75 by 365 years. Now write simple interest. Simple interest equal to P into R into T. So 58,400 P into R, that is 13 by 2 into T, that is 75 by 365 divided by 100. So so here 58,400 multiplied by 13 by 2 multiplied by 75 by 365 divided by 100. So 0 0 will be cancelled, and 584 divided by 2, 2 2 is 4, 2 9 is 18, 2 2 is 4. Then 5 1 is 5, 5 5 is 25, and here 5 7 is 35, 5 3 is 15. Then okay, 292 divided by 73, that is 4. 73 multiplied by 4, it will give 292. So 4 into 15, 60, 16 into 13, that is equal to 780. That is SI, simple interest. Now next you have to find out amount. So amount is what? Amount is principal plus interest. So principal is 58,400 plus 780 rupees. That will give 59,180 rupees. So SI is 780 and the amount is 59,180. Clear? Next, question number 2. Find the simple interest on 8600 from 18th October 2006 to 13th March 2007. That's the time. 8% per annum, and also find the amount. So first write the given data. P equal to 8600, as you can see here in the question, and time is 18th October 2006 to 13th March 2007. So you need to calculate the time here. Okay, R given 8%, R equal to 8%. So time T equal to 18th October to 13th March, 18th October 2006 to 30th March 2007. So in October, 13 days left, because October is 31 days minus 18 equal to 13. So that is the remaining days of October. Then November, November is 30 days plus December 31 days, then January 31 days, then February 28 days, because the year is 2007, that is not a leap year, that's why February is 28 days. Then March is 13 days up to 13 March, that's why March is 13 days. So if you add these numbers, you will get 146 days. And as I told you, you have to convert time into years, that's why 146 by 365 years. Now SI equal to P into R into T by 100. So now put the value. P is 8600 multiplied by R, 8 into time 146 by 365 multiplied by 100. Okay, so here okay, first here 0 will be cancelled. Okay, then we'll have 86 into 8 into 2 by 5. Okay, so 0 will be cancelled, and 146 by 365, that is actually 2 by 5, because 73 into 2 146, and 73 into 5 365. Okay, so here 86 into 8 into 2 by 5. So 86 into 2 in 86 into 8 into 2 equal to 1376 by 5, that is equal to 5 2 ja 10, then 5 7 ja 35, 5 5 ja 25, and put decimal point, then it will be 5 2 ja 20. Okay, so SI equal to 275.20 rupees, and amount is P plus SI, principal plus simple interest. P is 8600 plus 275.20, that is equal to 8875.20 rupees. That's the amount. Okay, and simple interest is 275.20 rupees. Next, question number 5. in how much time will 25,600 rupees amount to rupees 35,665 when money is worth 9 whole 1 by 4% per annum simple interest. So here P is 25,600 rupees, as you can see in the question. So write down P equal to 25,600 and amount is 35,665. So amount equal to 35,664 660. Wait a minute. Okay, they don't 664. Okay, 664 amount equal to 35,664. So here amount and P principal is given. So SI will be amount minus P, because amount is what? Amount equal to P plus I now. So I equal to SI equal to A minus P. Clear? So SI equal to amount minus P. Now put the value. Amount is 35,664 minus 25,600. That is equal to 10,064 rupees. SI. So here R percent is given. R percent is 9 whole 1 by 4%. That is 37 by 4%. So SI equal to P into R into T by 100. Here you have to find out T. So keep T on one side, then another side will be SI into 100, SI into 100 by P into R. Clear? Now put the value. SI equal to what? 10,064 multiplied by 100 by 25,600, that is principal, into R equal to 37 by 4. So here 10,064 multiplied by 100 by 25,600 multiplied by 37 by 4. So 0 0 will be cancelled here. Then okay, 4 6 ja 24, 4 4 ja 16. Then here 4 2 ja 8. Then 4 5 ja 20. Then 4 1 ja 4, 4 6 ja 24. Then again 4 16, 4 629. Okay. Then 16 by 4, it is 4 4 ja 16, and 629 divided by 37 1 and 7. Okay, so that would be 17 by 4. So 17 by 4 equal to 4 4 ja 16.10, 4 2 ja 8, then 20, 4 4 5 ja 20. So T equal to 4.25 years or 4 years 3 months. Clear? Next question. Question number 8. At what rate percent of simple interest will a sum of money double itself in 12 years? Okay, so let principal equal to x, and as for the question, the sum of money, that is principal, double itself. It means amount equal to 2x if principal is x, and as for the question, the amount would be double itself, that is 2x, and SI equal to x, because SI is what? Amount minus principal. So 2x minus x equal to x. So that's why simple interest is x here, and time equal to 12 years, that is given, and you have to find out R. So write the formula. SI equal to P into R into T by 100. Now keep R on one side, another side will be SI into 100 by P into T. Clear? Now put the value. SI is x into 100 and P is x into 12. So x will be cancelled here. So that is 100 by 12. 4 3 ja 12, 4 25. So 25 by 3, 8 whole 8 whole 1 by 3. Okay, so 8 years 1 by 3 is 4 months. So wait a minute. Yes, it's not 8 years 4 months, that is 8 whole 1 by 3%, because here we have to find out rate, that is interest rate. Okay, rate of interest. So rate of interest equal to 8 whole 1 by 3%. That is the answer. 8 whole 1 by 3%, not 8 years to 4 to 8 years 4 months. Okay, so answer is 8 whole 1 by 3%. Next question number 14. If 1250 rupees amount to 1550 rupees in 3 years at simple interest, what will 3100, it's not 3100, it's 32, 3200. If 1250 rupees amount 1550 rupees in 3 years at simple interest, what will 3200 rupees amount to in 4 years at the same rate? So first write down P equal to 1250, as you can see, and amount is 1550 and time is given 3 years. So simple interest equal to amount minus P, that is 1550 minus 1250 equal to 300 rupees, that is amount, that is simple interest. So here first we have P and T and also SI. So now we can find rate percent. So R equal to SI into 100 by P into T. So now put the value. SI is 300 into 100 by P is 1250 into T, time. Okay, so here 0 will be cancelled. 300 by 3 is 100. 25 4 is 100, 25 5 is 125, and 10 divided by 5 equal to 2. So 4 into 2, 8%. Clear? So that is the rate percent. And next, what will 3200 rupees amount to in 4 years at the same rate? So now R equal to 8% and P equal to principal equal to 3200. Okay, and time equal to T%. And here you have to find out the amount. So SI equal to P into R into T by 100. Now put the value. P equal to 3200 into R is 8 into time is T by 100. So here 0 will be cancelled. So 32 multiplied by 32, that is 1024 rupees. So amount equal to amount equal to P plus simple interest. So P is 3200 plus simple interest 1024, that is equal to 4224. That is the amount. Okay, next question number 18. Two equal sums of money were lent at simple interest at 11% per annum for 3 whole 1 by 2 years and 4 whole 1 by 2 years respectively. So here two equal sum we have, and time is different, but simple interest. Okay, here R is also same, and principal is also same, but time is different. Okay, if the difference of two periods were 412.50 rupees, then find its sum. Okay, So first, simple interest 1 for sum p for sum equal to p and r equal to 11%. Let's say for simple interest principal equal to p and r is 11% that is given, and time equal to 3 whole 1 by 2%. So simple interest 1 equal to p into r into t by 100. Clear? Now simple interest for 2, principal is same p and r is also same 11%, but time is different, that is 4 whole 1 by 2 years. So simple interest 2 is p into r into t by 100, that is p into 11 into 4 whole 1 by 2 by 100. Up to this clear? And as per the question, the difference between these two simple interest is 412.5 rupees. So simple interest 2 minus simple interest 1 equal to 412.50 rupees. So now put the value of simple interest 2, that is p into 11 into 4 whole 1 by 2 by 100 minus p into 11 into 3 whole 1 by 2 by 100 equal to 412.5 rupees, that is equal to p into 11 by 100 into p into 11 by 100 equal to 412.5, because if you common you can take p into 11 by 100 here. If you see p into 11 by 100 is common here. Okay, so if you take p into 11 by 100 is common, then remaining will be 4 whole 1 by 2 minus 3 whole 1 by 2. Clear? So 4 whole 1 by 2 is what? 9 by 2 minus 7 by 2. So here that is equal to 2 by 2. So 2 by 2 is 1. So that's why p into 11 by 100, that is remaining. So p into 11 by 100 equal to 412.5. So p into p would be reciprocal of this number, p equal to 412.5 into 100 by 11. Okay, so here 41250 by 11. Okay, so 11 3 is 33, then 11 7 is 75, 77, then 11 5 is 55, then 0. Okay, so principal equal to 3750. Okay, so the principal for each are 3750 rupees. Next question number 21. In what time will a sum of money lent at 8 whole 1 by 3% simple interest become 4 times of itself? So here let p be the sum. P the sum means principal. So p, if principal is p, then the become 4 times of itself, that means amount is 4p. Okay, and rate of interest is 8 whole 1 by 3%, that is given. Now I have to find out t. We have to find out t. But SI is what? Amount 4p minus principal. So SI equal to 3p. Clear? Now t, we have to find out t. So this is what? Simple interest. So simple interest equal to p into r into t by 100. Now keep only 3 on one side, then okay, here pp will be cancelled. Okay, so 3 equal to 8 whole 1 by 3 into t by 100. Now keep t on one side, then another side will be 300 by 8 whole 1 by 3. 8 whole 1 by 3 is what? 25 by 3. So 300 into 3 by 25. So 300 by 25, that is equal to 1 25 1 ja 25, then 12. Wait a minute. Yes, 300 by 25. 25 1 ja 25, then we'll have 50. 25 2 ja 50, then 12 into 3, 36 here. So time equal to 36 here. Okay, so the exercise homework for today is exercise 8A. Okay, so this was for today. Thank you, students. Have a great day.